Hello, New Life. My name is Zach. I'm one of the pastors here, and I'm excited to introduce to you another new member in the life of our church. And so, New Life, I'd like to welcome you or introduce you to Jim. Hello, Jim. How you doing?
I'm well, thanks, Pastor Zach.
That's great. We are excited excited to introduce you, and even in this little video to hear a little bit of your story and testimony and what God's doing in your life. So, welcome, and we're excited to have you here. So, Jim, tell us, you and Emma have been attending New Life for how long now?
So we moved to Tucson in late 2019. So we were searching for a church. We were wanting a church that was just like the wonderful church that we left when we left Oklahoma. And so we searched around, and we attended a number of churches in early 2020, and we just kind of kept coming back to New Life. It just kind of felt right for us. So we've been attending since early 2020, of course, with COVID and everything, the adventures of COVID. Some of that was online. But yeah, since 2020.
Yeah. How did you find New Life? I don't know if I know this story actually.
Well, we searched around. One of the things that we were looking in the area, because we do live in the area, and we were searching around for one of the things that we really loved about our previous church was the amazing music ministry, and New Life. As soon as we heard Pastor Ryan and the band, and it's just like, wow, this is a really amazing music ministry. And I worship through music. It's just, I mean, that's one of the ways I worship. I love the music ministry, and of course, with the co-pastors, pastors Zach and Greg, Pastor Greg and John, yeah, Greg and John, sorry. And I know both those guys. I love how they teach out of the Bible, and it was really neat. Very healthy church, because you see people of all ages, kids all the way up through older adults, which I'm quickly approaching that age. And so, yeah, it's a really, we just, that appealed to us.
That's great. So you guys started attending, and then you jumped into Next Steps. What did you enjoy about Next Steps?
Well, guys? I think every church has a history, and we're new. And so the big thing about Next Steps was just a chance to kind of hear the history of the church and where it came from, and of course a chance to meet some of the folks that we worship with.
Yeah, that's good. Tell me something God's teaching you right now in your life.
Okay, so I guess reteaching me, because sometimes I need to be told several times.
Me too. Me too.
But we, how we're really called into relationship and in its service with others. I lead a men's Bible group on Monday mornings. It's a Zoom meeting, and we were doing Zoom well before it was Zoom was cool. And I was just going, I don't know if I want to do it another year. I'm not really sure about this. But then the men began telling me how much that meeting on Monday morning meant to them, and how it blessed them, and how it really fed them spiritually, and how much they needed that group. And I go, yeah, well, God, I really don't want to do it another year. Well, Jim, do you see what the impact that having that group means to people? And so I think that's the way, God's teaching me that relationship, we build relationships with other people, and God is a God of relationships.
Absolutely. It's amazing the power of just showing up sometimes. That God can use you can use others by just being there, by showing up, Monday mornings, like the significance of just being present in somebody else's life. There's significance there. Like, so often we feel like, I don't have this gift or that gift or that gift. And you're right, we don't have every gift or everything or have all the knowledge. But when you just show up, like, God can use you. God could use you in significant ways by just being there sometimes. And so I hear that in you. I appreciate it about you. You've jumped into New Life. You've done Next Steps. You become a member. you're serving now. Where are you serving in the life of our church right now?
Well, I'm serving on the tech team with Austin Albert, and
Yeah,
just really blessed to serve with him and actually be a part of the music ministry as a sound guy.
yeah,
I've been mixing some for the live stream and front of house a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a lot of fun working with those folks, get to know
yeah,
them, and just being a real part of that.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun seeing you run around on Sunday mornings and be engaged and help and support, and definitely see a passion for you there and helping us as a church to worship in the right way. So I thank you so much for how you invest your time there.
Uh,
Um, my last
Pleasure.
question I just have for you, what would you tell somebody who's either new to New Life or is feeling just disconnected right now? What words wisdom would you share with them, Jim?
Well, I'd say, find an opportunity where you can where you will be blessed in service to others. And I think especially if you can serve with other believers, it's just you get connected somehow. Your own issues and concerns, well, they don't seem quite as important when you can bless other people and when you can serve with, for a common cause of being Jesus to someone else. You know, it jump into service and use the gifts that God's given us.
That's great. That's a great, yeah. Power just showing up, right? God
Absolutely,
can't use you if you don't show up.
that's right. That's right.
And but yeah, the ability just to show up and say, "Here, God, how do you want to use me today? How can I be a blessing? How can I serve somebody else?" And so, if you're looking for a place to serve, I would love to connect with you. I'd love to talk to you. Even more than that, like I would encourage you to jump in. Next steps. The third Sunday every time we talk about service, and so even if you want to jump into a week like that, we would love to help you as well. So the more that, Jim, we are glad you guys are part of New Life. We're glad to welcome you as a member of the life of the church, and grateful for what God is doing in you, and what God is doing through you. So thank you, welcome, and we're glad you're here. So welcome to New Life as a member.
Thanks, Pastor Zach. I appreciate that. It's exciting for me. Thank
That's
you.
great. You're welcome.